Yes, and so when someone's words and actions don't match, right, you can feel that. And, if something sounds out of character for someone, it's probably because it is, right? And so when you get that street cred, it's because you earned it, because you show up in the room consistently the same every time. And someone can say whatever they want about you, and you can't control that. But at the same time, when you walk in the room and you're saying, like, I don't know. I'm not.
That doesn't line up.
It doesn't line up. That's not Amy. That's not Becky. That's not
those
Harry.
lies, I mean, I can't stand them. Look at, I don't know. I just like the dissemination
Yeah,
of
well,
accurate
as
information.
someone said, I saw Amy, she was acting real negative, and, she seemed like she was in a bad mood.
Not
I was
the Amy I know.
I'd be like, no way, that doesn't sound like her, it doesn't jive.
No, you can throw dirt on us, but you're going to grow a wildflower
Yes,
in between.
and, like when I have like a co-op agent, like I'm going to make it fun. I'm not going to make it miserable. I'm going to send them funny memes. I'm going to joke around. I'm going to talk, whatever, smack to them, whatever. I'm going to make it enjoyable. This is a job, but we should love our jobs and do them full on.
We get to change people's lives, and that's the coolest part.
The average price of the house is over $200,000, that's for sure. You're signing your name on a lot. You might as well enjoy the experience. Hey, I'm going to circle back to something. 248-539-9797. We have open lines all morning long. We're with you till 10 o'clock. Of course, sports follows us. We'll get into all that. We were talking about credit there, and there's a huge bill out there. Again, there's trigger leads out there, so let's go there real quick. The Mortgage Bankers Association strongly supports the new amendment. It's the Haggerty-Reed Amendment, not Freed, Haggerty-Reed, and it's to improve the home buying process. People are getting, they're abusing us. Look, if you call me and I run your credit report, I can send you the opt-out. The opt-out, you can do the software and no one's going to bug you.
What's the opt-out?
Opt-out software allows you to run your credit and not have these trigger leads being sold. Not your name, your number, doesn't go to the credit bureau. The credit bureaus right now are selling your information. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
They are. They're selling your name, number,
It triggers the
email.
bottom feeder effect is what
So
I call it.
what's happening is that everybody's getting these lists of these trigger leads, and then they're calling the client right away. I had somebody call a client. Client got a mass solicitation from somebody. The client called me and said, "Hey, I think this company is using your name." I said, "Okay, do you have the information?" So I went and I called this company up and I asked this loan officer. I said, "Hey, listen, I had a client call and say that you're saying that you're from Capital Mortgage Funding," and I was real cool about it. I said, "Hey, is that true?" He said, "No." I said, "What's the name of your company?" Well, they had the word capital in their name, but I could tell that it was the client just being confused rather than any deception the LO was giving. So I said, "Thank you very much. I just want to make sure you weren't representing or saying you're representing us."
Yeah, you can't say
we have a decent name in the industry.
When you're RC
Okay,
Yeah, we see a Jiminy Cricket back there.
I called the guy up. I said, "Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Great conversation." 2 minutes later, I get a call from his boss. "Did you call my loan officer?" I go, wait a minute. Let's just stop it right there. And I told him the story, and he gave me the proverbial
that's
O.
a Jiminy Cricket
He
back
gave me
there.
the O. And I wasn't being confrontational at all. I just said, "Thank you very much. I really appreciate it." The guy's boss called me. It was great.
Well, again,
They're putting in new asphalt.
It's out there.
Jiminy Cricket's Peachtree Court.
That's been out
Yes,
there.
sir.
Again, preventing trigger leads from happening.
I think it's important because,
you know, just mass calling.
Yeah, well, it happened to me last week. I had gotten a referral, and he was talking to the mortgage lender. Well, that next day, he got a call from Amy, and she was a mortgage lender, and through that, right, predatory, whatever.
Stranger,
yes, didn't know, just trigger lead or whatever. And he said, "So I thought I was talking to you." And I was like, then he was really confused. He hasn't bought a house in 25 years, so he was like, I don't know what was happening.
Yeah, and then sometimes like my clients, they'll show us the screenshots of how many calls they get. Sometimes it's like 50 calls in a day. So this is the best. When this passes, it's going to be the best thing ever because it's going to, again, weed out some of these bottom feeders that are taking advantage of the high-end lenders, the high-level lenders that are referral-based, right? We are not buying trigger leads. We are not harassing people. We're
they
not
just
pretending.
put new
We're not trying to call
asphalt
you in the middle
on
of a
this
transaction,
road.
confuse you. You know who you're talking to. But same thing with sometimes agents. Like I'm going to say this too. Like sometimes when we're pre-approving people, they forget the name of their agent. Make sure your people know who you are because they are being targeted by these people that they are just trying to snake your clients, and that's not the right thing to do.
Yes.
All right, we're up against our third break of the day. Keep it here on 97.1. The ticket craziness going on. Are you kidding me? Detroit Tigers baseball in October. We're loving it. Baseball's coming up right after us. Keep it here. We've got another 20 minutes or so. Again, mortgage, real estate, and a whole lot more. 248-539-9797. We'll be back.
putting in new asphalt.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Next time you stop by McDonald's, make sure to get your favorites curbside. And
I
earn
will.
points when you order on the
Call your
McDonald's
mom.
app. Check McDonald's
And I will
out
tell your
today.
grandmother.
Reducing
that you
power
called her
outages by
apartment.
30% and cutting restoration times in half.
Mom,
Your mother does not like that at
That's
all.
DTE's commitment
We
to
need
you. Hi, I'm Stacy Reeves,
Right
Field
next to her
Operations
ear.
Supervisor
Yeah.
for DTE. Our crews are out every day installing new technology to create a smarter, stronger grid so that we can ensure Michigan families and businesses have the power they need. DTE is taking action to give you the reliability you deserve.
Stop it.
DTE.
Yeah.
At Kroger Pharmacy, CARE is making it easy to get vaccinated.
So mad.
CARE is helping you stay protected from flu, COVID, and RSV. Seasonal vaccines are available 7 days a week with evening hours. CARE is giving you a shot at staying healthy this season. Walk in
Like
whenever
Jiminy
it's best to
Cricket,
get
that's
multiple
Peach
vaccines
Street
in
Court.
one visit
Yeah.
at your local Kroger Pharmacy.
You're
So come
a
and get
bad,
the protection
bad.
you need while protecting those around you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Visit Kroger.com/vaccines for more. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See site for details.
Hey, sports fans. If you like college football and you love the excitement of going for a big score with
time?
parlay wagering, then this offer from BetMGM really has
What?
legs.
Yeah,
Introducing
Is
the
this-
college
is this
football
the
no
spot?
sweat parlay
No.
token. Apply this token to any qualifying
Those
college
days are
football
over.
I thought it was the spot with the scissors poking in the butt. And leave.
Mom would hate that.
Oh,
Peach Street being blocked.
you are a troublemaker.
New bridge. Where it had the Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah. It's back. It's a new bridge.
Where the Jiminy Cricket was.
Oh yeah. Right where it's at, where it was. A Jiminy Cricket.
That's Peachtree Court.
Oh yeah. There's a horse.
Yeah.
Don't reach here. How dare you? Time is it?
9:45, so we got plenty of time before Mom has to get ready.
Yeah.
basis, and then they spend money on a monthly basis. If we can go ahead and we can improve your cash flow and we do the math for you, that's where we really set the tone. And that's what you have to look at. You have to look at the arithmetic in the equation. And that'll tell you, forget about the rate that you're going to pay on that. And I say, why forget about it? Or I can't forget about the rate.
referral this year, which is amazing. I've been slowly working towards that. I actually, like years ago, a friend of mine was talking. He had called, and a realtor said, "I work on referral base only, so leave your name and number, and I'll get back with you." Or whatever. And he thought, wow,